Hello dear students, how are you? Hope you all are enjoying at your home. I welcome you and my viewers. As in my last video, we were teaching about tenses, and at that time I drew this tense chart, and the same tense chart still on the board. You can watch here: present, past and future. These three types of tenses are. At that time I told you these all three tenses are divided into four parts. The first part is called simple. The second is called continue. And the third one is called perfect. And fourth one is called perfect continue. Perfect continue. And also I told you we shall not read, we shall not study the tenses in a vertical way. We shall study our tenses in a horizontal way. I told you this is line number first, this is line number second, and this is line number four, and this is line number third and fourth. Sorry. So this line number first we shall study about present simple, do, does, past simple, did, and future simple, will, shall. Okay. So this entire chart of tenses already we had discussed in our earlier video, in our previous video. In this video, we shall discuss about first line number first. So first of all, I need to rub my board first. I will try my level best to make you understand. In this video, I shall try to write 2 or 3 sentences here for your better understanding. Okay, so you pay your proper attention here. Okay, so line number first, if we discuss in this line, we find present simple. Present simple. In present simple, there are two types of helping verbs. Okay, the first helping verb is do, and second one is does. Okay, do is considered plural. Okay, and does is considered singular. Okay, and in past simple also we do study of only one helping verb, which is called did. Okay, did is considered both singular and plural. Okay, all the singular pronouns and plural pronouns will come with did. Right now, talk about do and does. Do, as I mentioned, it's plural. Does as a singular. Okay, so we do. In tenses, we especially use these helping verbs with pronouns. So, what are the plural pronouns? Okay, will be used with the do helping verbs. These pronouns are I, we, you, and they. And with does we shall use he, she, it, and names. Okay, names should be in singularity, not in plural form. It should be in singular form. If two names come, okay, it will be considered plural and will take do form. Okay, and with did in the past, did. Okay, we shall use both plurals pronouns and singular pronouns. So here he, she, it, and nam. Okay, nam, and I, we, you, and they. As I mentioned, and I also had drawn in my 10 chart that in the line number first we shall use do, does, did, and also use first form of the verb in line number first. Okay, in all the three columns of tenses. Okay, so I want to tell you that you will use first form with do, first form with does, and also first form with did. Okay, but how you use? Uh, Let me read first. You can pause my video and write down in your notebook whatever I got about. Okay, so I was telling you how to use do and does and did. Okay, now togetherly we did do, does, and did. How to use do, does, and did. Okay, as you know, there are four types of sentences. Four types of sentences. First, we need to learn about sentences. How many types of sentences? There are four types of sentences: positive sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences, and interro plus negative sentences. Please, dear viewers and my students, don't get confused why suddenly, meanwhile, the tenses is started. Why sentences? Because in tenses, we do study about sentences also. Along with tenses, we understand sentences also. And sentences are how many types? It need to be understood first. Why? Because they are they are necessary part of tenses. Okay. So in positive sentence, we write subject after helping verb. In negative sentences, we write subject, then after helping verb, and then after not. Not always will come on position third. Okay. And in interrogative, we write first helping verb, then subject, and this then others. Okay. And in interrogative, we shall write first helping verb, then we shall write subject, and then we shall write not. Not again will remain on same position, position number third. Okay. In sentences, why? Why I am first teaching you sentences? Because how you use, what was the position of do, does, and did in sentences. So remember one thing: do, does, and did. These helping verbs are a different kind of helping verbs because we can use them in positive sentences, okay, and not also. Means it depends on ourselves. If we want to put do, does, and did, these three helping verbs in positive sentences, we can use, and if we don't want to use them, we can skip them. Okay, like that. If I write, I like, I like mobile phones. I like mobile phones. Or phones you can write also. Okay, but if you write this sentence like this, I do like mobile phones, it also correct. That thing I wanted to tell you in positive sentence only with do, does, and did. If you want to write them in positive sentences, you can write. If you don't want to write these three helping verbs in positive sentence, no need to write. Okay. So see, in this first sentence, I like mobile phones. It's also correct. Second, here is a do. Okay, yes, do. I do like mobile phones. It's also correct. If you write I play, it's correct. And if you write I do play, it's also correct. So this thing happens only in positive sentences with do, does and did, especially regarding with do, does and did, not with any other helping verbs. There are many helping verbs: is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had. All will come. Okay, all will not be omitted from the sentences, but these three helping verbs can be omitted from the sentences. Okay, so for 5 minutes I'll explain. Sentence number first regarding do. Okay, I I do like. I do like reading. Okay, and if you write I like reading, both the sentences correct. Okay, if you write he does like reading, definitely this sentence is correct sentence. And if you write he likes reading, it's also definitely correct sentence. If you write he did like reading, correct sentence. He liked reading. Okay. It's also correct sentence. I wrote here two pairs of each helping verb. Okay. This helping verb belongs to do category. Okay. If you write in positive sentences, I do like reading, it's correct. If you don't want to write, okay, there is a grammatical difference. Structurally, there's a little bit difference, but right now, in my upcoming videos, I will tell you why we use do, or if we use do, then what impact implies here. And if we don't write do, then what effect applies here. So later in coming videos we shall discuss, but for this video, for short time, I explain only this. If you use do, then okay. If you use don't do, if you don't use do, yeah. So both the sentences are equal. It depends on you and your mind. If you want to write do, write down. If you don't, then okay. Then does, here does, and here lies. If you write does, okay. If you write, come again to the first pair. In first pair, if you write do, it's okay. If you don't write do, it's okay. There is no problem with main verb. But if we come to the second pair, okay, it belongs to does category. If you write does, then you will write main verb as it is. Main verb is the first verb. But if you don't write does in positive sentences, okay, you will use es. Okay, does. And if you don't use does in positive sentence, then use es. Es belongs to does. Means these last two letters you will use with main verb. Okay, adding main verb. Same happens in the third pair. In the third pair, if you write did, then you will use first form of verb. Okay, and if you don't write did, then you will use second form. Second form. I again repeat my words. In positive sentences, uh, regarding do, does, and did, if you want to write do in positive sentence, it's okay. It runs, and this sentence is correct sentence. Uh, if you don't write, then no problem. In second, as I mentioned here, does. If you write does, then you will use first form. Okay, first form without any anything adding anything. Okay, and I need to say without adding anything, you can write like, okay. But if you don't use does, okay, if you don't use does, then you will use these last two letters. Okay, you will add them in. To main verb. Okay. Yes. And he did like regarding. If you write did, then you will write in positive sentences first form. If you don't use did in positive sentences, then you will use second form of verb. And only this happens with positive sentences. This category belongs to positive sentences. Okay. In negative sentences, you will definitely write do, does, and did along with not on the position of third. Okay. In interrogative sentences, these helping verbs you will put in front of subjects. Okay. So this was short lesson. In my upcoming videos, I will tell you the brief description. Okay, the brief description I will put in front of you in my upcoming videos. Thank you very much for listening me. Bye bye.